Hello, Carson Knorr here, Survivor Northwestern Season 1 alum. After 4 years of careful search, I have finally found enough footage to show you, the viewers, exactly what you missed in the 3 weeks of our show that you never got to see. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy Survivor Northwestern Cats Collide, episode 2.5, The Lost Footage.
Previously on Survivor.
Me, Carson, Thea, Sammy, Charlotte, Matthew, Kyle.
So we formed this group called the Illegal Eight.
All of those members of the Illegal Eight have to convince our partners to vote the way that we need them to vote without telling them that we need them to vote that way because we had formed a monster alliance beforehand.
We literally decided on your name as soon as we saw you were the only team going to trial.
You were the unfortunate sacrifice that we knew from day one without even knowing you. Like,
It was just, we didn't want to break the 8.
There's also a chance that all 5 teams that go to Tribal have a member of the 8 within it, and we just implode this week. So I really gotta convince Jake and Kayla that they should pick people that are gonna leave them vulnerable.
I don't know much about Chris, but he seems nice.
God damn it. This is just so bad on so many levels. Like, why?
Second pair voted out. Survivor Northwestern, Cats Collide, Kayla and Chris. That's 3 votes, that's enough.
Chris has been voted out, and I'm like okay with that, honestly. Like, I was kind of sad about Chris, but like as soon as like I heard which tribes were going to the vote, I like knew it was gonna be Chris and Kayla because they were the only 2 not in the 8. Pairs was fine because we got rid of so many people so quickly, but it was really stressful because you had to choose who you wanted to get out, and then you had to convince your partner to choose the same person. And we also had the added layer of not trying to let them know that it was the 8 choosing who was going and not them. I didn't let him know that I knew he was going to be voted out. Afterwards I texted him, I was like, oh my god, what happened? Just so that like hopefully if he talks to any of the people that are still in the game, he can be like, yeah, Charlotte didn't know, like, oh no. I've been on exile this week, and it's actually been kind of nice to be on exile. Like, I know in the real show you get sent to like an island and like starve for 2 weeks, but like this is fine. Like, I'm just chilling in my room. I kind of feel bad, but it's like definitely not a punishment for me.
Chase just sent us the twist. He said, begin twist alert. Congratulations, you are no longer marooned on Exile Island. Instead, you are now captains of your respective tribes. Fuck. Here's the twist, though. You will be You'll be selecting tribe members for the opposite tribe.
Wait.
Oh my god,
wait.
I like really didn't want it to be a twist that I felt like would put a target on our back.
Wait, yeah, wait.
Like, I feel like this is the exact definition.
Peter and I did the twist. It was literally so nerve-wracking.
Wrong favorites.
Do you have any picks you'd like definitely want, definitely don't want? Like,
I think it would be nice to have Kylie like my previous partners,
of course.
but
No.
I think as far as that,
Go for it.
I feel like Sammy, I think was the one who was there. Yeah, it was just like I think she seemed like she's like.
I think she's friends with Kylie too. So
Okay,
that
that
definitely
makes
helps.
sense,
Yeah. I felt like I worked well with like everyone from the first vote. I mean, obviously like Matt and Carson and I mean like, but I'm like totally open to like getting to know like Gus and Ashley.
True, yeah.
And Brett. Like I'm open to getting to know all
Right.
of them. Like there's no one I would like hate on my tribe, you know.
That's true. Oh, yeah, me neither.
I was trying to make the numbers as even as possible so that the 8 would have a fair fighting chance on both sides.
I'll pick Kylie for your tribe.
Carson. Yeah.
Cool.
So I kind of ended up splitting 4 and 4 between the 2 tribes.
I will give you like Amos?
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Greta.
Ashley?
Okay.
Do you know her? Okay. Oh my god!
Okay. Okay. Then Gus.
Owen,
Sure. Allison.
Kaya, Josh,
Jesse. Yeah.
and then you get Sammy. So I should have Jade. I'm actually pretty happy with how the tribes turned out. We can make it through. Just voting out the non-8 members. Overall teams are, Peter's the red team, matching your sweater. Kylie, Amos, Ashley, Owen, Kaya, Josh, Sammy. I'm the blue team. Carson, Greta, Gus, Allison, Matt, Jesse, Jake. Who's gonna go to exile then? Oh, Jackson. I forgot we read this. Jackson. Of course. Okay.
So I'm at a King Princess concert. I'm enjoying myself. I'm surrounded by like gay high schoolers. I'm having a great time. I'm dancing to Pussy is God. Like everything's great. And I feel a little buzz in my phone. And so I'm like, okay, the challenge has been released. It's all okay. I'm just gonna look at it and see what it is. Instant overwhelming feeling. We have to do like 100 billion thousand tasks by Sunday at 10 p.m. In 1 second, all the stress is back. It was insane.
We can win this challenge easy. Like I think of the two tribes, like we are probably the most committed to winning this. So like we can get this done.
People had already finished a ton of tasks, and I'm like, okay, we're kind of killing this right now. I cannot believe there is no hot cookie bar in the dining halls anymore.
I'm absolutely telling the truth.
How do you know?
I saw him.
Done. 2 seconds short.
Oh, really so good at this. So much pressure. 1, 2.
This is my dramatic reading of my Peyton and Nathan fanfiction.
Gorgeous creatures such as yourselves to your most forbidden desires.
Fancy. Well, we desire children.
I would like try to do it faster because I'm like, you never know when this could be a challenge on Survivor. And lo and behold.
I could just like say it a lot. Gay rights. Yeah.
Come on, you guys.
Number 1, we have Eileen Davidson for no other reason. She is the prettiest one. These are for you.
Why?
Let me explain.
Go to Northwestern!
Great run to that.
I'm giving a shout out to Survivor Northwestern.
Northwestern Survivor.
Awesome. I wish I could play with you guys right now.
I just had my girl Jessie from Northwestern reach out. She's playing a Survivor game, and she needs a shout out to help her tribe.
I don't know if you wanted a video or if you just wanted a shout out, but I'd rather just send a video and say, hey. So is this for like, I'm supposed to shout out to like the University of like Northwestern that you guys are doing some Survivor thing? And what's the name of the tribe? It's fucking Sialurian? What the hell?
Last Friday, we got our tribes, and I got super lucky with the tribe split. I don't know how Chase decided it, but I have basically all of my closest allies on my tribe. I have Gus, Allison, and Matt, who are probably my 3 closest allies. And I also have Charlotte and Carson, who I've worked with. And Carson we kind of have an eye on, but for now we feel pretty solid with him. The big thing this week is that you can ask for a clue to a hidden immunity idol, but if you ask for the clue, your team will lose 10 points, which is a lot of points in the context of this challenge. And so I messaged our tribe group me, kind of saying like, let's all be united and not get the clue. But I really want the clue because I'm worried that other people are gonna ask for the clue. So I have to decide on that, what I'm gonna do. I've talked to Gus about it a little bit, and even if I do claim the clue, I don't think I would tell anyone, including Gus.
It's Tails.
Okay, I'm gonna disobey Siri because I took a huge risk to get this clue, and I'm just gonna check. Hopefully I find it. So, I just went idol hunting. Ran into Carson. So, we're out here. And we just ran into each other, and I tried to feed him this bullshit lie, and it was really bad. And he was like, we could just be real and look together. And we both kind of were like, oh, this ties us together now, like we're in it long term. And he even was like, I feel really good with you and Matt, like the 3 of us. And I don't buy that.
No luck.
No luck.
Luck in running into each other, I suppose.
I guess so, yeah.
But no luck in actually finding the idol.
It makes me think that I need to actually get him out sooner. I'm really hoping that he doesn't think the same.
We just scoured every tree in
It is
the vicinity. And it is late.
It is 1:30.
No, that's Eastern time, but it's still late.
It is 12:30.
It is still late.
Yeah, Jesse and I were both walking towards each other, and Jesse's like, oh, I gotta go pick up some homework.
This made no sense. I
from a friend.
Thought of something better. And then I was like, wait, why wouldn't they send me pictures?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, because like they already turned it in. It just like didn't make any sense at all. And I was like, oh god.
I looked her dead in the face, and I was like, we can just look together if you want.
I was like, yeah, let's do that. That's better.
I was pretty confident.
At least now you'll like know if you catch me in a lie based on like that horrible lying.
That's true.
Awful.
You definitely convinced me that you're not a very good liar. Chase, I swear to God, if the third person that got this clue,
Are they idol hunting?
they're running.
I'm suspicious of everybody.
They're running.
They are running.
It really was so.
I just got the idol. Time to get the fuck out of here. So no one sees me. Let's fucking go.
Just got off FaceTime with Josh as he lied to me for about 15 minutes.
I'm really annoyed. I did so much shit for this. I got us like.
I jumped in the link. I know you jumped in the link too. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I got like I got us like 35 points. Like I did so much shit.
I did 8 tasks. I did my due diligence.
I know.
Who fed the goose on your tribe?
Ashley.
I fed the goose on my tribe, and I lured them over with one piece of bread, and then I gave one goose an entire slice of bread.
Can we... Wait, why are we waiting for Chase to tally up the points? We can just confirm with each other who won.
Yeah.
Do you want to just do that?
We don't know who took the pedals, so... Tell me who you guys think got the clues.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, so we think... Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Like waiting for this bomb to drop.
Alright, fine. Well, I mean, we don't know. Like, we're just speculating. But we think Ashley got a clue.
Josh, I know you got the idol clue. I saw you running around out there. Because I got the idol clue. And I was running around out there. I was just sneakier than you.
If someone on our tribe got it, it's probably Ashley. Think of it this way. I know where one of the idols is. I don't know why I'm convincing you so much. You believe me. Whatever. Like, I know you. I know Amos didn't get it. I know I didn't get it. I know that anyone who... Like, because we know where one of the idols is, so it doesn't make sense for us to risk getting another one.
I'm going to look one more time. And fingers crossed. And if I don't find it the second time, when I really in-depth look late at night, I think somebody's already got it. I think it's probably Josh.
The results of the immunity challenge came out, and we fucking lost by 1 point. What the hell?
No! You are kidding me. Are you fucking kidding? I'm screaming. This is Charlotte right now. I'm literally about to cry. I'm about to cry. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
So, 2 things. One, me taking that clue may or may not have been the reason we lost. I don't think it was, because we didn't, like, lose by a large margin. We lost by 1 fucking point. We're really 2 for winning. So, I think it's more of the people in the tribe who just didn't do jack shit for this challenge, and not the fact that I took the idol clue. Also, I'm very happy I took the idol clue because I found the idol, so I feel no shame whatsoever. It does, however, suck that we lost, so now we have to get rid of someone, obviously.
I'm the only player to have gone to every single tribal council. I'm so sorry. Josh texted me and Amos right before, being like, I'm gonna call you guys if we go. And I was like, I will cut my ears off if you call me at 12:01 Sunday night. Oh my god.
No, this is just more reason for Josh to get voted off. Because he wants to call you at 12 on a Sunday night. I'm sorry.
I'm really pissed.
I'm so sorry. You don't deserve to go to tribal for a 3rd time in a row.
I have the
Are you
shittiest
really
week.
the only person that has
It sucks. I'm literally gonna cry. I have 2 midterms next week. Literally sucks. I said I'm really ready to polar plunge, but not for the points. Fuck.
It's like easy though, so you don't have to.
Yeah, but I hate talking to Josh. I just don't want to talk to Josh.
Oh, I'm sorry, girl.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't like Josh. He's driving me insane. He is so unaware of his annoyance. Stop texting me. This game is fun, yes, and it's good to have in your lives, but then just it's invading my personal life a lot. It just gives me bad energy all around. It's insulting to talk to him, honestly. Why are we pretending we're friends? I'd rather fake an alliance with anybody else. He has to be right. It's just him. And he has to, be so freaking secure and make sure everybody else understands things. Stop. He just talks in such a condescending way that it's just, get out. Leave. He was there for all of, the task stuff. and literally texted me today, did you make him a home cooked meal? I was like, yes. You saw my brown paper bag with the guac that I made him and the home cooked meal, and we said that we were gonna surprise him. 3 tasks. Are you stop. I know what I need to do. I don't need to be parented. And then he was saying, well, now you have too many tasks. I was like, I did my own math. I don't need you to count for me.
Me, Amos, Owen, and Ashley and Haya are all voting Peter, whereas Peter, Kylie, and Sammy are voting Ashley. So if Peter has an idol, Ashley's going home. Otherwise, bye-bye, Peter. So sorry, it's going to be on Valentine's Day. I love you, even though I've only talked to you one time, but that's also part of it. You gotta come talk to me, dude. I'm running the game here, alright?
What's the plan that Josh thinks right now? Is it Peter and Ashley right now?
That's what he thinks.
Okay, and
I
Peter and
convinced
Ashley are
him.
going to vote for each other, and are we doing a 3-3, or?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a 4-4 vote?
He wants, I think he said
He's
boys
okay with
vote.
that?
He wanted boys vote Peter, girls vote Ashley. Kylie has a good thought of boys voting Ashley, girls voting Peter, which would
Just make.
Josh vote Ashley.
But I feel like I'll also go with what Josh wants.
And then he wants Peter on 3 vote because he.
Yeah, he mentioned to me that. Yeah, Josh reached out to people. He really wants to get Peter out. However, there's been an overall consensus that Josh has been pretty annoying and would be a pretty clean vote to get him out.
If you can get
thoughts?
her to bring up a name first.
Yeah.
And you also have to, something like that, you have to pre-ask it, so how do you feel about Josh? Because if she's like, I really like Josh, we don't want to tell her, because then she, I'm not usually this paranoid about some random relationship like Ashley Josh, but what if they have been talking enough that she tells him?
I feel like that is a potential because Josh is apparently talking to everybody.
He is everybody.
Yeah. And
except Peter. If Josh randomly plays an idol.
Unless you hate Peter.
But if Josh randomly plays an idol.
He also can play whatever he desires.
Yeah. Because at that point, if he feels like he needs to play an idol, right, then he knows that something's going on.
Yeah.
So he would probably vote Kylie.
Don't say that.
Has he been saying your name?
He's most threatened by Kylie. Is what he feels.
Oh my god, you
And that's why he wants to vote Peter.
You are freaking manipulating me into saying I want to split votes.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do that. That's what he would do.
Hi everybody, welcome to Tribal Council this week. Hi Owen, can you hear me? Awesome, fantastic. Let's start with Haya. Haya, this is your 3rd time in a row attending Tribal Council.
The one and only.
Tell me your thoughts as soon as you get the notification that you've lost by only 1 point to Cerulean.
I actually started to cry. I knew I had a really bad week coming up, and I was just the amount of time it takes to talk through the strategy and reach out to people and know that you're both free at the same time, because we're all full-time students, so making that work in your schedule that's already tight. I was just really stressed about it, so I started to cry.
On the flip side of that, Josh, this is your very first tribal.
It is.
How are you enjoying the experience so far?
I'm nervous to be here. That's it.
Let's talk a little bit about the challenge. As I mentioned, you guys lost by 1 point. I know you guys put a lot of effort and work into those challenges. Does anybody want to talk about their experience? Any fun they had? Ashley?
Okay, so some of it was very fun, and we, with the exception of Kylie, had a cute little movie night thing going on, and definitely the gauntlet helped a lot with bonding because I wasn't as involved with everyone else in the first few weeks, which I think initially had me scared, which it was mild despair. Definitely the bonding that resulted from the gauntlet as well as this tribal, I'm very thankful for. In terms of losing by 1 point, I was beyond peeved, and I know I'm speaking for multiple people and saying that we kind of had this semi-spoken agreement that no one would go for the clue, and I know that the other tribe, or at least some members of them, felt the same way, and so the fact that 3 people gave a big FU is just not cool, and obviously that was truly make or break, which is just infuriating. So I don't know who the bitch is.
Guys' first week at tribes. Unfortunately, Peter is not here, and technically he didn't pick your tribes, he picked the other tribe. But do you think that the tribe you guys got, you're satisfied with, that you're happy with the people you're working with?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. I mean, like, I think all of us came in really not knowing each other necessarily well, because like when you're not on a tribe, there's no real structure to form a bond between people, and like I think it would have been the same with anybody, but I'm happy with our tribe. I just
Yeah, absolutely. In that case, I think we should get to the votes. Alright, Kylie, feel free to place your vote.
Here.
Yes.
Oh.
That's a vote.
I'm terrified. Okay. So, this better be the plan that we agreed on.
You've not spoken to me once. Peter, it was nice knowing you. But my game, adios.
Yeah, I'm voting for you, Josh. I'm sorry, you're just so frustrating and annoying. Goodbye. I'm so excited to not work with you anymore.
First vote. Alright. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person who has the most votes will be asked to the tribal council immediately. In case of tie, revote. If anybody hasn't hit New Media and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, without further ado, first vote. Ashley. It's one vote, Ashley. Second vote. Peter. It's one vote, Ashley, one vote, Peter. Third vote. Ashley. That's two votes, Ashley, one vote, Peter. Fourth vote. Peter. We have a tie. It's two votes, Ashley, two votes, Peter. Fifth vote. Josh. That's one vote, Josh, two votes, Ashley, two votes, Peter. Josh. We have a three-way tie. Two votes, Josh, two votes, Peter, two votes, Ashley. Josh. That's three votes, Josh, two votes, Peter, two votes, Ashley, one vote left. Fifth person voted out of Survivor Northwestern, Cats Collide. Josh. That's four, that's enough. Bring me your hand, which will act as your torch. Please.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it's been a pleasure, Josh. Please. Yes. Owen, we'll say goodbye to you since you're on Josh's laptop.
Alright, I think I know what happened.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Played a little too hard, my man.
Yeah, a little
Just
too
a little,
hard,
a
too
little.
fast.
Yeah,
That was what I was afraid of.
You've been playing way too hard and kind of like a nut job. Happy Valentine's Day, though.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, feel free to
Yeah. I don't think anyone knew I had, well, the idol. They had no idea, but I think that they knew I was coming out too hard, too fast.
I am casting my vote for Josh, mostly because he told me that Kelly Kim wasn't a good Survivor player, and I want him to know that she's better than he is.
Well, that's as good a reason as any.
We just successfully ousted Josh, and it went exactly as planned. Like, 2 votes on Ash, 2 votes on Peter, and 4 on him.
Holy shit. My heart was pumping like a motherfucker. But part of me expected that. Still never fun.
It was just so uncomfortable. Like, when he was, like, standing back and, like, trying to get his laptop, everything was just so awkward. And then he, like, told us to rot in hell, but I think that was a joke. The one thing that concerned me, I shouldn't have said it. I just, like, felt bad after the Nathan Payton vote that we didn't say anything. So I was like, good game. And then he just looks at me and goes, I shouldn't have trusted you. And I was like,
I'm relieved, but now I feel like the game just got a lot more dangerous for me, so I already reached out to Jackson. Hopefully I'll be able to talk with him, but I don't want any question marks. I don't want to be wondering about who is voting which way. I'm just not confident.
Josh just got voted out, and not to sound mean or anything, but I'm actually really, really happy about it, because, so here's the deal. Something that I haven't really been saying is that Josh is my pledge dad in AEPI, so we are close. His little brother is my pledge son in AEPI, so we are even closer. But Josh, not to sound mean, because, I mean, he just got voted out of the game, but Josh was too much of a threat to play with. He was over-analytical and scared me. Like, he is inherently unpredictable, because he will think 10,000 different situations through so many different ways and times that he'll convince himself to flip on his alliance way before he should, and I don't want to be the one who he flips on.
I'm really glad it worked out. I mean, I really didn't have doubts that it wouldn't, but, you know, there's always a possibility. Like, you can never be 100%. And I thought it was, like, a good turnout. Afterwards, Ashley approached me, and she kind of wanted to talk through what happened, because she wasn't included in the planning and the process of it. And, I mean, I feel bad, because, like, I don't think anybody should be left out of that conversation, like, not even the slightest. But, like, it just kind of fell to that because, you know, she didn't really reach out. She didn't really have plans with anybody else. The only people she talked to was Owen and Josh. You should never trust the first conversation you just have. But still, we were, like, relatively protecting her. And then I just kind of was like, yeah, like, we didn't know where you totally stood on that. But also, too, like, it was just kind of like a timing thing and, like, us not being able to meet you. Like, we didn't want to keep you in the dark, but it would have been easier just to, like, make sure that the plan never escaped anybody's mouth, and, like, Josh would have overheard. So, and I also said, too, we were kind of protecting her because we didn't want her to go home. And if he played an idol, then, like, Peter would have gone home because there would have been a revote. But, like, whatever, that's what I told her. She bought that. I mean, she believes it. I mean, it wasn't entirely, like, a lie, but it also wasn't, like, entirely the truth.
So, this is just a quick update, but Amos just texted Carson and I and said that, like, he felt so bad about, Josh just got voted out this morning, that he felt so bad about voting Josh out. And he told him about the 8, and I get it, like, Amos, part of me is like, it's good. Like, I don't think Amos would be able to lie to me. Like, he felt so guilty about voting out Josh, and I don't think that it makes me trust Amos more, because he like is playing with his heart so much that I think he would have a very hard time emotionally turning on me. I think I would have an easier time turning on him, so that's a good thing to know. But it also was, like, I'm kind of annoyed that he told Josh about the 8, even though Josh's out of the game, just because, like, it's an unnecessary risk, and, like, I don't know, like, who's Josh? Like, we don't know Josh, you know? But, and when Amos was texting us all of this, I was not texting because I'm busy and it wasn't on my phone. And then Carson was like, yeah, just know that, like, you don't have to worry about Allison and I, like, we trust you. And I was like, bitch, don't put words in my mouth. Like, I like Carson. He speaks for others a lot. And I'm like, don't put those words in my mouth. You didn't talk to me about how I felt. Why would you just assume that I'm just like, oh yeah, that's totally fine, when it's kind of not?
This is a fun angle. Okay, so I'm headed to the challenge. Yeah, so Owen and Jesse are going first, so I think Carson and I are gonna watch. It's been a lot of turnover today. Literally, we had tribal this morning, and then now we're doing challenges.
Just hopping on for one more vlog today to say that I really hope my tribe can win some of these fucking lawn dart competitions so we don't have to go to tribal again this weekend, because I want the other tribe to go to tribal.
I'm on my way to my first immunity challenge as part of Ready Whip right now. I'm a little nervous. It's lawn darts. I've never actually done lawn darts. I don't really know how it works. If it's anything like darts, I hope I know what I'm doing, but honestly, I feel like it would be better for me strategically if we lost this challenge, if Ready Whip lost this challenge, because most of the people who I had an alliance with before are on Cerulean, and I don't really know most of the people on Ready Whip, I feel. So if we go to tribal, like, the alliance stays stronger, and I'll have a better chance when we merge of staying together, but also I feel like I'll get to know the people in my tribe better by going to tribal. So that's where I'm at right now. Kind of, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna throw the challenge, but I won't be giving it my 100. And that's the tea.
Today's challenge is lawn darts. You guys are going to be going one at a time, and I'll ask you guys to determine who goes first. So do rock, paper, scissors, but you have to land both darts inside your circle. Whoever scores 2 darts first wins.
Are you gonna check?
Oh my god.
I'll go again if you want.
No.
I am going to... I'm not gonna count that.
Okay, I get it, you hate me.
Rigged!
Everything is personal.
Hook is hooked under you. I gotta say, Jesse, if you knock out that dart, you gotta do it again. Ooh. That was nice. That they're banned.
I know.
Oh!
What happens?
What is that?
I'm gonna lay the ring down.
I'm sure it will count if you lay it down.
Wait, so how many does Jesse have? 1?
Yeah.
You got this out.
You saw though, it was under.
So it didn't. Okay.
Oh!
Let me look at this.
Come on.
I don't think so.
The inside.
I don't think so. This is on the outside.
On the outside, Owen's
Alright,
winning.
Owen.
The winning shot.
Oh my god.
Oh! Wait.
I don't know.
Cerulean.
Yeah.
First point.
Well played.
Congratulations, Jesse.
That was bouncing in.
Okay, but so was mine. Mine was like equal.
That is on the rim on the outside.
I'm saying if my other one wasn't there, that was in.
The other one was just
Way over. All right. Next, I'm sure you remember.
Oh, I'm too light. I'm too light.
You should throw it really hard first.
My turn. My turn. That was close. That was close.
Oh.
Dang it!
I need my other one back.
Like,
Okay, yeah. I know it's so cold in the morning, though. I'm gonna check.
Oh.
Nope. That is on the outside of the rim.
Alright, but I'm getting close.
ooh, God, that was way too over.
Let me get
I
both
was
of
way
her
too
darts.
excited for that one.
Oh my God.
Many darts remaining. That's all for you today, Jack.
Best game. Good game.
Yeah, brilliant. To a 2-point lead.
Good start. Strong start.
Okay, Jackson, you're first. That's one for Matt. That was a little short, but Matt has 1 point. It'll be Jackson's turn. A little far. And Matt. Ooh, kindly overshoots the first one. So does Greta. Alright. That one, you know. The budget's not next. Ooh. Really close with that one. Wait, I'm gonna look at that one. That's 1 point for Kylie. Your turn, Greta. Ooh, just off the rim. Greta. It's in. Where it is, but we're really good. Oh! For the win. Oh!
Close is close.
That's 4 points. Cerulean wins immunity. Kylie, that was a valiant effort. It was so close. Unfortunately, ready up. We're playing tribal yet again this weekend.
I'm getting a little sick of this shit. How many tribals are we gonna get in a row?
I never want to play lawn darts again, and now I know why they're not legal. Because that was the worst thing I've ever had to do.
Fake laugh. We lost again. Sigh. I don't know what's up with our tribe, but that's okay.
Good morning. It's Sunday, day of tribal, and not even like 48 hours after our last tribal where we voted out Josh. Yeah, so not much. Well, a lot has happened, but it's been kind of hard and overwhelming to kind of figure out because it's all been over text. But basically, Ashley reached out to me immediately after we lost, and she was like, well, and then I was like, yep. And so we've been talking about what we want to do, and it sounds like Peter's been the move. I kind of like texted that into our illegal ready group chat, which is like the illegal 8 but who's in Ready Whip. And like Peter was consensus, and then Kylie's kind of been pushing back a little, just being like he would vote with us most of the time. Jackson's a little bit more than a wild card, which is true. I feel like I think that's valid points. But like I don't think Peter's been pulling his weight with the challenges. Like it's all kind of like what Josh was saying prior to this this like last tribal, but except we voted Josh, so it's just kind of the same thought process, but like Peter.
I want Peter out. Peter is going to be somebody that votes with Kylie before he votes with me. I think the best way for that to happen is to plant a seed inside of Kylie and Sammy's head that people are starting to get nervous about their trio. Peter, Kylie, Sammy. So they're going to vote out Peter in that instance, not one another, to lower their threat level, but really they're just weakening themselves so that I'm their only option later down the line. That's the hope. So I'm gonna talk to Sammy a little bit, let her know that people are worried about the potential of that trio, and then hopefully they come to the decision on their own that voting out Peter is a good move for them right now because it's going to lower their threat level. When realistically, they're probably fine.
Okay, I think we need to have another Illegal 8 meeting though, because I really don't feel strong with the other part of the Illegal 8.
The other
that's
four?
on the trip.
Oh, we're all on the same page.
I know, but I
We
just
just
like,
haven't
don't
been
know
to
anybody. I
If
feel like I'm
anything-
not tight with. I don't feel tight with Charlotte, Matt, and
Sam,
Alex.
you gotta get on that on your own.
I know.
But also,
I know that's my fault.
Don't just be tight with me.
Wacky group FaceTime effort.
The reason like I'm fine with Peter is one, challenge performance.
Yeah.
And also the reason Josh targeted me was because of Peter.
That's true. No, I agree. It's like at a certain point, like how far can that like hurt you versus helping you, right?
Yeah.
If he's not 100% as in it as
Yeah.
so. No, I agree.
So people like, even if Peter and I aren't the closest, people will see that partner relationship and like be stuff.
We are also survivored out. Sorry. Survivor's not what I think a lot of us are focusing on right now. Just life. But, anyway. So right now we're really concerned about challenge performance because losing sucks. And so since Peter didn't do a lot in the challenge, we're gonna vote him out.
We can't afford to have someone that is not giving it their all. Let's see here. Paya, me, Owen, Amos, and Owen's talking to Sammy, and then now Kylie are all good voting Peter out. Oh, and Jackson. But we pretty much latched onto him from the get-go and said, you're voting with us, you don't have much of a choice. But he already had heard rumblings that it would be Peter, and the only wild card is if Peter does have the idol, we have to figure out who he's voting.
Right now the key component in this is Ashley, I think. So the current plan is Ashley kind of feels in charge, kind of. Because I feel like she was blindsided last week. And so she's going to vote Peter along with the majority, which is everyone. Except me and Sammy and Peter. And we are going to vote Jackson, just to split the votes, because we think Peter might have the idol, or at least the clue. I don't know where the hell the idol is. It's like not come up at all, but this one won't be fun just because it's like, it feels mean.
It's been a long day. I've got a warm PBR from my friend Curtis, and I'm sitting with Carson. And I truly mix up their names at least twice a day.
That's okay.
Here's my best pal, Carson, in this game.
Just because we're not on the same tribe doesn't mean we can't be on the same page.
Hashtag strategy. Although the fun part is, Carson was like, are y'all voting out Ashley? And I was like, I think we're working with Ashley, and we're letting her run the vote.
I was like, You really want Ashley to run this vote? Okay.
Yeah. Also, if there's a tribe swap, who knows? Maybe our tribe will stick together.
Maybe. Well, here's the thing. Ashley is somebody I was always indifferent about because I figured she'd vote with us.
Oh, yeah.
But I was not going to be like devastated if
Right.
I voted her out. But truthfully, she probably will vote with us.
She would. I think as much as she says like all backstab people, she doesn't have alliances, so she kind of needs them.
She can't. Yeah.
And like Josh's idea to bring her in when he was in the game was a good one. Anyway, so we're
You got
building
lucky,
trust.
Ashley.
We're building trust
But you
with
have,
Ashley.
you've grown on me. Ashley, telling you the truth right now, you've grown on me as a person. We still don't click on many things. We live different lives. But as a person, I don't think you're terrible. I just don't plan on playing this game with you the whole way.
I'm really stressed out because we lost again. And last week was better because we had like all week to figure things out and like I could make sure people weren't lying. But this weekend, because we literally lost yesterday and then are voting today, my family was here and I was doing crazy stuff. So I haven't gotten to meet with anyone in person. And I called with like one group of people for like 3 minutes earlier. So I'm very stressed out. And it's an interesting situation because Jackson came on the tribe, and so initially I wanted Jackson to go because he had the idol with Allison, plus he's really smart and funny, and I like talking to him, so I wanted to vote him out.
Just got to tribal a little early. I'm feeling kind of nervous for tonight. I've been talking with a lot of people on the tribe, like Amos and Owen, and Ashley, and the plan right now is to vote Peter out. But obviously I just came back from Exile Island, and I'm kind of like the odd one out on the tribe. Like I know Peter kind of hasn't, he just got his wisdom teeth out, so he's been busy with that, but even still, I feel like that feels like an easy excuse for them to give me as to why they would vote for him when really they're gonna try to pull a blind side. So I'm gonna go on the record and say that if I do get voted out, this wasn't a blind side.
I don't think they're lying to me, but if they are, I'm gonna be really mad.
Not feeling too great right now. I'm really upset actually that Allison kept the immunity idol that the two of us had. I would definitely be playing that tonight if I had it, but she has it, so this may be my last confessional.
Ready Whip. Hello. Welcome to your second tribal of the weekend. It's nice to see a couple of you who maybe weren't here last time, and we'll get into the reasons why. Maybe you weren't here last time. But,
why weren't you here last time, John?
So does anybody want to give just their straight up reaction to attending a second tribal this weekend? Jack now.
I will say that I'm pretty bummed. Especially considering I didn't even get to play, you know?
Yeah.
It just kind of feels like it was out of my hands, and we're back.
Or would you say you're at an advantage, a disadvantage, coming out of exile?
I think I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. I mean, I didn't really get to know the rest of you guys in the crazy challenge last week. Seemed like a lot of fun, but
And technically speaking, when the math all evens out, you're technically taking Josh's place. Are you guys happier to have Jackson on your team than Josh? Alright, we don't have to get into the reasons why. Let's talk about Peter. He's not here. He had his wisdom teeth out this weekend. Hopefully he should be here at 10:30, but Peter sat out of the challenge this week, so he wasn't involved in any of the, which some of you guys also weren't involved in scoring points. But does anybody want to talk about your relationship with Peter?
Yeah, Peter's a good boy, but just like, I feel like every sort of like Survivor thing I've had to initiate with him, which is kind of difficult when like you're trying to really rally as a tribe, and especially with something like last week where it really required everyone to have like active participation. Like that's just not very helpful in the grand scheme of things, and I think we're all just very desperate for a win.
Think about the future for a second. Because going forward, I've heard whispers that people are afraid of a tribe swap.
Not afraid, excited.
Excited? Oh.
Doesn't. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it sounds absolutely terrifying.
Does anybody think that they'll benefit from a swap, or are you guys all pledging to stay Ready Whip strong?
To be honest, I feel like even though, so after last tribal, I mean, I wasn't blindsided in the sense that I was booted, but if you look back at the footage, I had no fucking clue what was happening. And that was brutal. In a sense, I also ended up leaving feeling like people had my back that I necessarily didn't know about. But I think in the past 48 hours that we have had to band together, we have, and for not actually seeing any of each other in person, like, we did a damn good job. And so I would say that Ready Whip, yes, we're sick of having to kind of stab each other in the back, which is fair, but right now I feel confident in our group alliance, and I just, I really hope this terrible streak ends, because I'm sick of having to be like, okay, who's gone? Because I genuinely like these people.
It would be nice to like bond over being a tribe, like without having to think about tribal council.
Yeah. Let's focus on the other tribe for a second. Is there anyone on Cerulean that you'd be willing to work with, afraid of working with? Maybe you see them as a big threat and want to get them out of the game? Jackson?
I'm gonna go right ahead and say, I know Allison has an immunity idol. We got that.
Tia, tribal.
So,
What else do you know?
That's all I know.
Okay.
That's a big bomb. You wanna talk a little bit more about that?
I mean, we didn't really discuss who was gonna keep the immunity idol when we broke away from our teams, and so I'm feeling a little hurt about that.
What? Wait, when did this happen?
When we split into tribes and I was sent to exile, we just didn't.
Oh, she kept the idol. No, but when she found the idol, like, where were you all? Like,
We were together.
when all the group was together, how did you find it without anyone seeing?
Stealthy.
In that case, we'll get started with the votes. Miss, if you could.
Oh my god.
Doobity-boo. Okay. The only person who might be slightly surprised, actually, Peter would be surprised, but the only person who might be otherwise slightly surprised is Ashley, because I'm deciding not to split the vote. Peter, truly this one's nothing personal. I don't really know you, and I think better to have people who I know might trust me later than somebody who is in Kylie's back pocket.
Nothing, like really good friends from Oklahoma.
Oh, he's coming. Hi, Peter. If I could have you sit up here, Peter. And we'll give you a second to catch your breath, but then I gotta have you vote, like, pretty quickly.
Okay.
How are you doing, Peter? How are your teeth feeling?
It still hurts, but I don't know. Trying to power through it. I can feel the stitches. It's not. It'll be
Did they
okay.
take out all of them?
Yeah. So 4.
Thank you for being here, Peter. If I could have you, the voting booth station is right around the corner, right around to the left. Okay. And then if you close the door behind you, would be great.
Jackson, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you that well. I don't think any of us did. You were on exile. I feel like this is undeserved, but we've had a really good rapport as a tribe, all of us together, and so, you know, I want to say you can't blame us, but you probably can. This is definitely undeserved. No ill will towards you, but I guess also, you know, haven't reached out. So I don't know that much, but I do know a lot about, you know, everyone on our tribe so far, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stick this one in there and hopefully hope for the best.
Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person who has the most votes will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. All right, let's get to the votes. Got our first vote. First vote, Jackson. It's 1 vote Jackson. Peter. That's 1 vote Jackson, 1 vote Peter. Peter. That's 2 votes Peter, 1 vote Jackson. Peter. That's 3 votes Peter, 1 vote Jackson. Peter. That's 4 votes Peter, 1 vote Jackson. 6th person eliminated from Survivor Northwestern Cats Collide. Peter. That's 5 votes, that's enough. I can have you gather your stuff and meet me outside.
I'm sorry, Peter. We
Oh,
love
yeah.
you.
Thank you.
It was fun. Thanks for playing with us.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Yeah. Sad to come by, but
Yeah, take all your stuff.
It's all good.
And then
Yeah.
I will meet you out there.
Alrighty.
Please recover your
Yeah.
face in peace.
Much love. Okay. That was goodbye.
So we say goodbye to Peter, but Jackson, that means you survive your week off of exile. Paya, you survive your 4th straight tribal council, and the rest of you, hopefully, in future weeks, things will turn around for Ready Whip.
This is sad, for one. I think probably the biggest thing was, I didn't reach out, so I think I knew that if I hadn't done a lot of reaching out, trying to like find out about more people in the beginning, then that like this would probably happen. I didn't know when, but
You're the great guy. I'm so sorry. We had to do this.
I think so. Staying with Kylie, I think, was like the first part of me trying to, you know, do that. But I guess I didn't really follow up on that. It was a lot of fun. Definitely kind of sad to come back and have this happen. But I mean, for one, I was late, so I guess that's bad on me. Definitely sad, but I think I made a lot of really cool friends.
Sunday night we had tribal. We voted out Peter. It was a 7-1 vote. He was a pretty good sport about it. Kylie was feeling bad about it, which was to be expected.
We decided to boot Peter, who we know is loyal, you know? Like, I don't know, like, I feel like I was not thinking too clearly in Survivorland this week, and I just feel like we made the wrong decision.
I think it was the right move for a lot of the rest of us who didn't have Peter in our pocket. I know that Kylie was playing it off as he was a member for her to use with us and the 8. But really it makes it either that she can work with us and we can decide to work with her, or we can, or I can choose a different path later, because I know that she's less likely to have another path, especially if the other tribe ends up losing at some point and votes out Jake.
I just voted out someone who trusted me a lot. Like, that's a stupid move. Like, that's just an objectively dumb move. I just don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, because I feel like it feels more personal. I don't know. Ugh, it just sucks so much. Hopefully it won't affect us too much, but at the same time, it's, like, unfair to Peter that he... Because of Ashley's decision. Like, why was she calling the shots? Why did we care so much about, like, not alienating her? And in the end, it ended up being a 7-1, and people didn't want to alienate her by having her name written down. I'm like, we could have just voted her out and then it would have mattered anyway. Like, I'm just mad at myself for not, like, thinking through everything better and just, like, going along with the plan when, I don't know, crap. So we just voted out a really loyal number and, like, a really cool person who's easy to work with in exchange for two people who clearly hold grudges. I feel, like, actually so bad about voting out Peter. I feel like we legitimately made the wrong decision, especially after Jackson was literally, like, exposing Allison like that.
Oh my god, I'm pissed, Carson.
You should be pissed.
I'm so fucking mad.
Play it at Next Tribal. Tell everyone that you're planning on playing it at Next Tribal, that it's only valid till 13. If the deet's out, just keep it as low, like literally keep your threat level as low as possible. You probably weren't going to need to play it anyways.
Jackson is freaking, like, bitter. And he just exposed Allison like that and was just like, she has the idol. And the Illegal 8, we, like, where's our Oscar? Because we were all immediately like, oh my god, like freaking out. And we've all obviously known the whole time.
He's mad that I never had a conversation with him about the question of, like, what are we doing with the idol?
Yeah.
As if it were ours, like, the two of us.
It's not.
It's not.
Now, Allison's, like, popping off in the group chat. We told her, and everyone started freaking out. And then she goes, is the vote over? I need to call Jackson. And me and Pale were like, no, don't do that. Like, don't let him know that you know. Like, slow down. But I didn't want to, like, get in the way of her righteous fury. It's crazy. And now we lost Peter, a super loyal vote, and are left with Ashley and Jackson, who are both chaotic as hell, kind of bitter, and, like, Ashley didn't know what a tribe swap was. And, dude. And Jackson doesn't know what anything is, I don't think, because apparently he's only seen a few episodes. It's hard to play Survivor with people don't know how Survivor is typically played, because you can't predict what they're gonna do. I was like, let's give Jackson a chance, because he's coming from exile, but now I'm like, why did we do that? The Illegal 8 making some missteps. Maybe. I don't know.
Say we lose the next challenge. We still have the majority.
Yeah, we're gonna vote out either Jake or Greta.
Right? Like, you guys aren't gonna, like, flip on me?
No, Allison, I'm not gonna flip on you. I can't speak for anyone else, but I am not gonna flip on you, and I really doubt that anyone else would. If I heard your name, I would bring it up. There's absolutely no way that we're gonna vote for you. Second, if the idea came up that we should vote for you, it would come from Jesse or Gus. I don't think it would come from either of them, but I think either way they would want me in on it. And I'd tell you, I think it's going to go down the exact same way that we've been expecting it to, which is we get to the merge, 8's got a strong majority, we're probably going to vote out a couple of the stragglers, and then people are going to split. I wouldn't be shocked if it was like Kylie and Sammy going after somebody in the 8, me and you hop on the right side of the numbers, and we ride this shit to the end.
Yeah, I've been riding pretty high the past few weeks. You know, not having to go to tribal council, winning immunity. I'll do whatever it takes to win this game, you know. I haven't been playing the most active game, mostly because, again, no tribal councils, I haven't had a lot of opportunities to do so. And also I've just been really busy in my own personal life. But, you know, this game is meant for me to win. If I can make the merge, I'm sure I can pull off a lot of things there. But for now, I just have to keep winning immunities and get people to trust me, you know? I have to really make genuine connections and at least have people think that I am not a threat and that I am someone to be kept around for. I can make alliances with people. I can do whatever I want to do. I can say whatever I want to say. But it really just comes down to me at this point. I cannot let anyone else control my fate. It also sucks to be the only person of color left in the game. There were 4 people when we started. Peter's gone, Kayla and Chris are gone, it's just me. So at this point, it's all about me. I have to be concerned about my self-preservation. You know, if I regards talking with people, making a lot of strategies, stabbing them in the back, I have to do that even more now. I haven't been able to strategize in the way that you might if, you know, tribal council's coming up, because you don't want to seem like you're very, nervous or frantic, or you're always looking for things. But I do realize I'm also in a bit of a rough spot because I haven't had the chance to go to tribal council, and people might look at me as a threat that way, or we just might not have already established connections that people can trust me on. So I know that it's going to be tough heading forward. I need to really play my best game. I need to really find ways to connect with people.
Welcome to matchup 1, Charlotte versus Amos in what I call the memory challenge. It's pretty simple. You'll be shown a series of images. Each round will have a different number of images that you have to memorize. I'll prompt you to say, like, what was the first object? And then I'll say, please reveal. And then you'll have to reveal at the same time. First person who makes a mistake will lose. The other person who continues to memorize correctly will gain a point for their tribe. So for the first 3 rounds, there will be no repeating images. For rounds 4 through 6, some images may repeat. All right, got panda, dragon, unicorn, and reveal. Got panda, both of you are correct. Both have dragon, that's correct. Both have unicorn, both are correct. We'll move on to round 2. This round you'll have 5 images you need to memorize. Devil bear, Scooby-Doo, dolphin, rat, Cheshire cat. Please reveal. Devil bear, you're both correct. Scooby-Doo, both are correct. Dolphin. Oh, you have dragon?
Am I wrong already?
That is incorrect. Dolphin is the correct object. Charlotte, congratulations. You have scored a point for Cerulean. Fuck. Round 1, there will be 3 images you guys have to memorize. I'll begin. Panda, dragon, unicorn. Panda, dragon, both said unicorn. Both are correct. We're moving on to round 2. There'll be 5 images. Devil bear, Scooby-Doo, dolphin, rat, Cheshire cat. Please search for the first object. Devil bear, that's correct. Please reveal the second object. Scooby-Doo, both are correct. Dolphin, both are correct. Both said rat, both are correct. Cheshire cat, both are correct. We're moving on to round 3.
Suck it, Amos.
Beat Amos.
He's on your tribe. I just want to do better than that. That's all.
First object. Rabbit. Anteater. Giraffe. Nemo. Baby bird. Elephant. Llama. Rabbit, both are correct. Anteater, both are correct. Giraffe is correct. Baby bird is incorrect. Allison, you have won the 2nd point for Cerulean.
Oh my god, I did not have much past that. I have like 1 more.
First object. Panda. Dragon. Unicorn. Both said panda, dragon, unicorn, both are correct. You guys are moving on to round 2. Devil bear, you're both correct. Scooby-Doo, both are correct. Please reveal the 3rd object. Correct answer is dolphin. Ashley, congratulations, you scored the first point for Ready Whip.
They're gonna flip this shit.
They are gonna lose their shit, I feel. There are 6 rounds.
Ooh.
People have only gotten up to the 3rd round.
What?
Like max.
Okay, now I'm scared.
Both of you said panda, dragon, unicorn. You're both correct. We're gonna move on to round 2. Devil bear, Scooby-Doo, dolphin, rat, Cheshire cat. Both are correct. Both of you move on to round 3. Rabbit, anteater, giraffe, Nemo, baby bird, elephant, llama. Both are correct. Both of you will be moving on. You guys have outlasted everyone else in the memory challenge thus far. All right, round 4, we've got 10 images, and images will start to repeat. I know it's they will start to repeat. Baby bird, Scooby-Doo, llama, rat, anteater, panda, baby bird, Cheshire cat, unicorn, devil bear. Baby bird, both of you are correct. Scooby-Doo, that is correct. Llama, both are correct. Rat, both are correct. Both said anteater, both are correct. Sixth object in the series. Jake says rabbit. Owen says Scooby-Doo. Neither are correct. Correct answer was panda. So we'll move on to round 5. A new sequence of objects to memorize. This round you have 13 images to memorize. Dolphin, dragon, rat, Nemo, llama, Nemo, rat, rabbit, Scooby-Doo, elephant, devil bear, rat, unicorn. When you're ready, please reveal. Owen says dolphin. Jake says devil bear. Correct answer is dolphin. Owen ties it up for Ready Whip. All three are correct. We'll move on to round 2. Round 2, you'll have 5 objects you need to memorize. You guys ready? Yes. All right. Devil bear, both are correct. Jackson has Scooby-Doo. Greta has dolphin. The correct answer is Scooby-Doo. Ready Whip scores their 3rd point, setting themselves up potentially for their first immunity win later this evening.
So nice to meet you for
Yes,
the first time,
it's
Carson.
so good to meet you, Kylie. I can't believe
So
we've
good to
never
meet.
crossed paths before.
Yes.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I know we're blood enemies right now,
Yeah.
7th object in the series, llama, both are correct. You're doing a great job, guys. On to round 4, and as it says here, you'll have 10 images, and the images
You're going so fast.
start to repeat. Both said baby bird, Scooby-Doo, say llama, both will say rat, both are correct. Anteater, both are correct. Please reveal the 6th object in the series. Arson says panda. Kylie says baby bird. Arson is correct.
Yes!
Woo!
Baby bird was the one I was deciding between.
Woo!
Was Baby Bird after Panda?
Yeah, it was.
The final matchup of the day, the final matchup of this immunity challenge. Will Paya attend yet another tribal council? Or will the Cerulean tribe finally get a taste? Please reveal the first series. Rabbit, anteater, both are correct. Giraffe, both are correct. Please reveal the 4th object in the series. Aya says Nemo. Jesse says elephant. Correct answer is Nemo. Ready Whip wins immunity for the first time in the tribe thing.
I knew it was on this side of my table. I didn't know if it was me. Wait, okay, that was so sore when no, you did great. I knew it was on this side. Oh my god.
We ended up winning the challenge overall, which was great. Finally, Paya gets a week off, and so do I, so it was good. And it was such a hard battle. Jake was a very fierce opponent, but yes, I did it. Oh my gosh, I was so happy. I was so relieved that I won my personal thing. It was a huge personal victory for me to make a comeback after my showing in previous challenges. That was a big point for us.
Cerulean's going to tribal. They're going to vote out Jake. Everyone thinks he has an idol. So I guess they're going to try to make him feel safe enough not to play it. And then when he gets voted out, they're all going to assume it's gone. Very weird. because I've known since truly the second day of the game that I have the idol.
I was really bummed that we lost the challenge on this week. It is what it is. I feel pretty good about this week. Just I've been working with Allison, obviously, and then more recently have started talking with Carson a little bit more. So anyone who kind of knows what's up is definitely a good person to have on your side, I think.
The obvious plan was to do a split, heavy on Jake, split with Greta, just in case Jake has an idol and plays it. But then Greta has sort of been reaching out to me and other people on the tribe, and then she created a group chat with everybody except for Jake and Gus. And I sort of thought the whole thing with that was just to appease Greta, just to make her feel comfortable so that we minimize idols being played in case she were to have an idol, which I don't think she does, but just in case.
We being me, Carson, Allison, Jesse, Matt, and Charlotte, so everyone besides Gus and Jake, we met on Saturday to talk about the plan for tribal.
I really can't believe we lost.
I thought we were gonna pull it out.
I know.
It was kind of random.
It was. I will say it was hard. It was really. It really was.
It was
so
tough.
hard. It was so hard. Okay.
So
So it's 5 of us. Yeah. And then was Jesse and Matthew? Yeah. Okay. So okay. Pretty much got her.
I kind of knew from myself and Allison that Gus and Jake are the two people that we want to go more sooner than others, I guess.
Yeah. I literally I saw the group last night. I was like, I feel like I never watched
I'm thinking Jake. I don't know about you guys.
He was not in on that bit. What were you saying, Carson?
I mean, that would be more accurate.
I said I'm thinking Jake.
Yeah, me too.
He seems definitely the biggest thing we've had. And also he probably has an idol.
Yeah, he most.
That's why we split it. We gotta split it.
We do have to split it.
Yeah. So split. Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
So we met, we came up with the plan. The plan is to vote Jake, but split on Gus, and I'm fully prepared going into tonight that I'm gonna get a couple votes probably from Gus and Jake.
We had this meeting with him, and he was like, let's just vote Greta. And we were like, no split votes, no contingency plan, that's your plan.
I just don't know why people want to get me out.
Allison and Charlotte had talked to them after our meeting, and they're under the assumption that we're voting for each other, but splitting votes on me. So I'm ready to get a couple votes tonight. Not gonna scare me.
I was kind of getting weird vibes from Allison, Charlotte, and Matt because I texted Gus obviously about that group just to keep him informed, hey, Greta did this, just so that you know. And no one else had told him that, which is a little bit odd, I think. So that was kind of weird to begin with. And then I exchanged a few texts with Allison in which I just said, oh, hey, how did the meeting with Greta go? And she was kind of acting a little strange, oh yeah, it was really good, better than expected. We could go either way, which really caught me off guard. I was really surprised about that. And I sort of, when she said that, I said, I don't want to do the Gus plan. I don't want to vote for Gus. I don't want him to get votes in case Jake were to play an idol. And she just was yeah, okay. And then later, Charlotte, Matt, Allison, and Gus all met. And they sort of were acting weird.
So we're back. Back to tribal.
Exactly. I feel like I have nothing good to say. I'm
hey, you guys did a great job with the challenge.
I'm nothing to complain about.
So do you think we should do like what kind of split are we thinking? Like 6-2
We have 6 of us, yeah.
to like 6 on Jake, 2 on Greta. And then we would get them to vote for each other.
But we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4. Carson.
Plus Carson and Jesse, so that's 6.
So we can only.
So then,
I mean, we know that Jake will vote for Greta.
we can convince. Yeah, if we're meeting with him tonight, we'll get Jake to vote for Greta. Okay.
There you go. That's our best case plan.
He's doing. Let the man work.
Yeah. Honestly, okay. And then worst case is we don't know who Greta and Jake vote for.
I had known that Greta had that group chat with everyone in the tribe except me and Jake, and knew that no one except Jesse was telling me about that group chat, so I pulled a little sneaky on them.
And really get your house. And then we'll talk about discouraging for Jake.
Okay.
I'm getting some paper towels, but really, they're just alone in that room without me in the room, with my computer recording what they're talking about and their actions. So my hope is they're going to discuss the Greta situation, not realize their faults, or realize their faults and just freak out. And then I have that video and can watch it later and see what they talked about while I was gone. Let's hope it works. Let's hope I find out something juicy. I ran to the bathroom to get some paper towels to erase the whiteboard, and caught on film them all like eyeing each other, them looking at where I'm sitting, and then them like saying things really soft that I couldn't even hear what they were saying. And then Matt was like, "Are we gonna talk about the situation?" looking directly at my chair, and then they were all like, and Charlotte smoothly rolled around so her back was blocking the camera, and then probably mouthed to Matt like, "This is Gus's computer, what are you doing?" And Matt was like, oh. What? I'm sorry, in what world? We've been allied since day one of this game, and now you're out here backstabbing me because there's some newbie named Greta that just randomly picked my name out of a hat to eliminate? Nothing makes sense anymore. People don't have morals. So I immediately texted Jesse about this while we were like having our little like decoy moment, talking about like what the best situation is. Jesse was like, "I've got your back. Don't worry. I'll make sure that Allison doesn't vote you and you'll be safe this week." But even if I am safe this week, how can I trust anyone in this tribe anymore? By even considering getting me out, they're just like creating so much tension and distrust in this really good alliance that could have us gotten enough far into this game. They are 1000% hiding something from me, and I can't trust them at all. So Matt's a snake, Charlotte's a snake, Allison is a snake, everyone is a snake. At this point, you can't trust anyone. It's absurd, and they think that like they're little angels. Meanwhile, Charlotte, I still know that you and Paya don't just know each other from freshman year. You're living together. You are literally roommates. Like, what? And Allison is out here. Anytime there's a newbie that has some crazy idea to eliminate someone in the tribe, Allison is like, "Oh, let me hear you out. I think that's a really good idea." And I'm sorry, Matt, I love Matt, but Matt, every single time, he screws it up and reveals like a secret that he shouldn't be talking about. Like, he revealed to me on camera that there was a plan against me. These people think they're saints, and they think that like they're the best at this game that's ever been, but they aren't. Jesse was like, "I'll reach out to Carson because I don't want you two and like them to think that like we have this unbreakable alliance," which is smart, and she's doing that, and I trust Jesse more than anyone else in this game at this point. She's the only one who isn't a snake. I love that girl.
I know in the past I sort of said that I might need to get rid of Carson and all that because he's dangerous. Carson at this point right now is the person I feel most comfortable with working with moving forward.
Yeah. I literally was gone for 24 hours, and I feel like the world turned on its head. But also, it's gonna be okay. We just have to figure this out.
I got the vibe that they were just gonna like kind of do this and then like not tell Yumi or Gus?
I was on that FaceTime call.
Yeah.
For a bit of it, but I wasn't. I mean, like I was on for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And they all met up in person. So when we chatted and we're talking about the plan, like the plan was heavy on Jake, a split on Gus, right? Because that's the two people that were involved in that.
Yeah.
And Greta, like gave off different vibes than I've experienced from her before. And she was much more in control of the conversation, or like suggesting things, or like just even like saying anything in that context. And I don't know what that means. Maybe it means she feels in danger now and she wants to like put effort in, or maybe it means these are people that she feels more comfortable with. I don't know.
We told Jesse and we told Carson, even though he already knew, and he did some A+ acting. He was like, oh, let me think about it, let me sleep on it. Like he privately messaged Jesse. I think that built a lot of trust between them, which is maybe not the best thing now that I'm thinking about it, because we would ideally want to like get Carson out post-merge.
I mean, regardless of whatever happens, if Jake doesn't play an idol, he should go home. But what if Jake does play an idol, and what if something gets screwed up and Gus ends up getting more votes than Greta? And to me, that this, like, throwing a vote on one of your main alliance is not smart gameplay. It doesn't make sense.
We convinced Jesse that one vote on Gus is okay.
Do we want to push back against them if Gus isn't in any real danger? Or do we want to be like, noted, you know, we got to keep this in mind in the future?
Yeah. I think we should push back a little bit, at least.
Everybody thinks that I'm working with them. And truthfully, I am. I'm working with everybody. But it's also so hard to manage all these things. To manage 4 different plans that all result in Jake going home tonight. That's crazy. There are 4 separate plans this week as to how to do a split vote so that Jake goes home. For what should have been an easy vote, this has gotten very, very complicated.
I don't know how it got back to Carson. I think Matt may have said something, but like, I think he realized I was like suspicious of him, and Allison too. And so he like came on and was like pissed, and I get it. Like I would be pissed too.
Why are you pissed?
No, I've been putting a lot of work into this plan this week, and I just don't need you guys doubting my loyalty to, because I've been trying to manage this thing happened when I was not even here. Like, I'm exacerbated.
Nobody is doubting. No one.
I think we're all just kind of exhausted, honestly.
No, I just started freaking out about Gus and Jesse.
Of course they're gonna not think Gus.
We could also just take one of them out next tribal, is what I'm saying.
I didn't know he was gonna know.
When he got a vote, he'd know.
Well, yeah, I know, but he wouldn't know who it was.
That's okay.
It's just totally different.
Jesse and Gus are tighter to each other than any single one of you.
That's true. I was about to say, today?
Why are we getting rid of Jake? He's not working with anybody.
Because Jake has an idol?
But what is Jake gonna... Okay, I don't know. I don't want to be rash. And I don't... No, wait. I just want to say, Carson, I'm really sorry. Yeah, this is not a game. No, I'm really sorry if you felt like we were doubting your loyalty. Like, I really swear.
I don't know why we couldn't keep a plan together. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm so frustrated, and I just need Tribal Council to be over.
My question is like a larger question of why are we trying to get somebody out who has no sense of gameplay and no tight connections to anyone?
I always thought that the Jake vote was partially because we were afraid of an idol and partially because he's close with Kylie and Sam.
Yeah. That's what my understanding of it was.
I personally am more stressed out by two people being so tight than by one person.
I agree with what Allison was saying. Like, it's a lot more intimidating that Gus and Jesse are this like strategic voting pair as opposed to Jake, who hasn't really done much. To be quite honest, I'm not super intimidated of his idol. I like really think we can get him out when the time is right.
Like, the goal coming out of this was that nobody would be mad at us. But now I feel like Jesse and Gus are gonna be mad no matter what.
Well, they already are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then all we're doing is giving them more numbers.
I agree. I do think they're the bigger threat. I just don't, like, I feel like we have a plan and a window for Jake that is less specifically limiting in terms of Jesse and Gus.
Carson, what do you think?
Yeah. I'm operating from a different perspective than you, in that right now Jesse and Gus aren't pissed at me. So I recognize that. In that vein, I'm still nervous about Jake, and I don't feel any connection to him and would like to see him go home.
But I feel like this level of paranoia that I've never felt before.
They're clearly cluing into the fact that there's something bigger than them going on. The way that they see it is they are trying to maintain that, like, they recognize that there's a line kind of being drawn, and they don't want you guys to recognize that there's a line being drawn.
This is a really chaotic tribal. I thought this was really going to be easy, but like, it's...
If I'm being honest, I think that the fear of them being upset with you guys is clouding your judgment a little bit into what's best for us.
All due respect, it's not. Like, I have thought, I am so much more terrified of them as a sharp, strategic duo who has relationships on the other side and will make calculated decisions than of Jake, who honestly is floating along, not playing strategically.
Now, many of you might be wondering, what is going on at Tribal tonight, Matthew? To be honest, I don't know.
Cerulean tribe, welcome to Tribal, your very first Tribal as a tribe. Jake and Greta, obviously this is your first Tribal Council, period. Do you guys want to share any fears or trepidations you have going into this first Tribal Council?
I feel like there's a sense of like peace and calmness when you finally go to your first Tribal Council that like maybe you don't get otherwise.
It sucks to lose, so tough. Props to Jesse for fighting it out in the last round. That was so much pressure.
I knew that it was one of the two, and then I knew the rest of the order, but I couldn't remember if like Nemo or Elephant came like 5th or 7th, and Nemo came 5th.
Nemo came 5th.
I know. I was like, is Nemo 5th or 7th?
Needless to say, you couldn't find Nemo.
Oh, wow. That was great.
I saw the dad joke I had to make.
I think that this like college version of Survivor is different in that the challenges are so variable that like we're not like, oh, like this person almost passed out after the challenge, they gotta go. Like
it's actually my word for word mindset.
it doesn't feel like as much of a factor, especially because like Jake said, we've won 2 challenges, and like the scavenger hunt challenge I feel like really bonded us all, and like the most important thing is like commitment, and I think we all proved we were committed.
So let's move on. We're quickly approaching the merge. I've heard many rumblings about when people are curious about what the merge is. When the merge does happen, do you guys plan to stay Cerulean strong, or are there other plans and plots potentially in play for your future? Matt?
I mean, we have the numbers. I mean, I don't know what other people's conversations have been like, but truthfully, I've not been focused on post-merge, but I think it's in our collective best interests to continue to work with each other.
I feel like you were saying, like the scavenger hunt really bonded us together, and like we all got to know each other very well. And I think throughout the last couple challenges, we've definitely gotten to know each other. And it's just like, frankly, you don't know the people on the other tribe as well because we haven't worked with as frequently. Even if one of them was like your partner in the beginning, like you haven't worked with them for like 2 to 3 weeks, so it's definitely just to your advantage.
There's only one pair intact, that's Matt and Jesse. You guys think that with a target on your back, maybe the other people view you as, hey, we're going to take out the one pair that is intact in Cerulean?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I honestly haven't really thought about that.
I was about to say
And,
the
like,
same thing.
I think that that's indicative of like what everyone else has been saying, that like we've all gotten to know each other really closely these past couple of weeks, and we've been together as a tribe as long as we were in pairs.
Yes.
So I think that at this point the tribal bonds can speak like as highly as or like even more strongly than the pair bond.
There was a little bombshell that got dropped at last week's tribal council. Anybody know what I'm talking about? No. Leave it at that.
What?
If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
Well, like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, does anybody? You feel
So
free to talk.
you weren't just gonna sprinkle that in.
I figured if anyone knew about it, they might want to speak about it. But if you
I mean, I think
Is this an idol? Is it like
I think
hair?
this just goes to show how within Cerulean we are, and the fact that we're not talking to Ready Whip, because if we were, we would probably know what you were talking about, which is kind of disarming in a way. I guess. Yeah, honestly.
Are there any fears that an idol could be played tonight?
I mean, we're getting close to the verge.
That's always a fear.
I think that it's reasonable to think that an idol could be played. I also think it's very reasonable that there isn't an idol played tonight. You know, there have been 3 different like clues that have been given to us in some capacity as a cast, so they're out there, and it's just a matter of where.
All right, my final question would be for tonight. Raise of hands, who is worried that their head is on the chopping block tonight? Oh, everyone. Okay.
Let's travel.
Yeah.
You never know.
You're never safe.
You're never safe. Jake, when you're ready.
Well, it's either me or you tonight. So, this is what I have to do. It's just for the game. Sorry. Greta, you gotta go.
This is just a backup plan, but also I'm worried about you going forward. Hopefully Jake goes home tonight.
Just kind of gotta hope it's the right plan, I guess.
Nice paper chase, wow. So I've switched my vote from Jake, like everyone thinks I'm doing, to Greta, to secure myself a spot in the next round. Just make myself extra safe and make sure there's a greater distance of votes between the votes for me and the votes for Greta. But honestly, I have no clue what the fuck is gonna happen at this tribal, so I'm just trying my best. We'll see.
Time to read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person who has the most votes will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote. Greta. 1 vote Greta. Second vote. Jake. 1 vote Jake. 1 vote Greta. Greta. That's 2 votes Greta, 1 vote Jake. Greta. That's 3 votes Greta, 1 vote Jake, 4 votes left. Jesse. That's 1 vote Jesse, 3 votes Greta, 1 vote Jake. Jesse. That's 2 votes Jesse, 3 votes Greta, 1 vote Jake. Jesse. We have a tie, 3 votes Jesse, 3 votes Greta, 1 vote Jake, 1 vote left. 7th person eliminated from Survivor Northwestern Cats Collide. Jesse. Sorry, that's 4, that's enough. Bring your torch, or please head outside. First tribal council, big blind side. I'll leave it at that.
I don't know what happened. It sucks. I don't see it coming. I'm sorry. You and Gus were just too big a target.
I'm sorry, Jesse.
I did not see that.
I can tell you, as long as you promise not to tell me or like tell other people in the game what's going on. They switched the vote like 30 minutes before tribal. Like it was gonna be the Jake plan, but they were really scared about you and Gus being a pair going into the merge.
I'm sorry. I genuinely do feel bad, but you and Gus are too scary of a pair to keep both of you in the game.
You're not going home tonight. This is just part of my master plan.
And they thought that Gus was just more easily manipulable than you were. I'm so sorry. I really didn't want this to happen.
Who was it?
I will say that the 4 votes that were cast against you were no. The coalition that was against you was Allison, Charlotte, Matt, and Carson. So they were kind of like driving the vote.
Wow, Carson really quit.
Yeah.
I knew something was up with the other 3, but he really quit.
You know, thinking about it now, if we're gonna vote one of them, I'd rather vote Jesse.
Okay.
I'm also so okay with that.
I put it on Jesse because if Gus got voted out and Jesse found out somehow that I was responsible for that, she'd totally spill that I took it.
I really trusted Carson.
A lot of people do. And what happens when everyone trusts you is you gotta let somebody down.
But since like Carson and I like saw each other and like had that like fun secret.
I feel like that might have also been another reason for him to push you instead of Gus.
Yeah.
Next week on Survivor NU.
First of all, what the fuck? Like, what?
Why?
Holy shit. What really happened at Tribal was the most mind-fucking thing that ever happened ever.
It makes no... I feel so blindsided right now. It came out of nowhere. None of us ever heard even a peep of them eliminating this.
Literally.
My trust in Carson increased like tenfold in that meeting. I told him about how I call the snakes, and he loved it.
Jesse, from the other side, texts Gus.
You better win. Chase told me that Allison, Carson, Charlotte, and Matt switched the vote a half hour before. Mic drop, wait, Carson or Greta? And she goes, Carson, in all caps. And I'm like, well, fuck me with a spoon. Something seriously up.
Gus and I looked at each other. I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. I tried to do my best to cover, but you can't unsee that.
And that's when I realized everyone is a snake. Every single person in that tribe, beyond Jake, was plotting against me and was scheming behind my back to get Jesse out. I think this conspiracy goes deeper than just the 5 of them. I think Carson is the giant puppet master of this entire game.
Girl, you got blindsided? Like, you're out of the game? What happened? No!